G'day guys, welcome back to the Beers and Breakevens Late Show. As you can see, we're on the wide lens today. The boys are looking very good. Do remember the camera adds 80 pounds, so take it easy on the boys. We are going to be on the wide lens for this show because we thought it'd be pretty funny for you guys to see our interactions as it is pretty rapid fire on the Late Show, and we like to do things a little bit differently. So let us know in the comments your thoughts. If you want us to go back to the old way, we will, but we're just testing things out.
Testing
Timbo,
the waters.
how be thee?
I'd be the good mate, and yeah, the wide lens, so it's good. They can see we're a bit fast and loose in this one. They can see how it all unfolds.
Yeah, you're in for a huge disappointment, but it's going to be good to see it. Speaking of, no, that's very rude. I love you dearly. How are you, Kat?
That was
As soon as I said it, I was like, that's a bit shit.
Nah, I can't do this.
She's out.
How are we?
Wow. Was doing really well till you said
Yeah,
that.
that's pretty rough.
No, it's fine. It's
We've
fine.
got some questions.
We do. We have some questions. So shall we start?
Before we do, I'm going for 2 in a row in the rock-off. Get us on the wide
Don't know if you've
lens.
ever done 2 in a row.
What do you mean?
Who won last
won.
week?
Yeah, Rue won.
I won.
Yeah.
So I am going for my first
Apologies.
ever 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Gets lonely at the top sometimes. Ready?
Scissors, paper, rock.
Fuck.
Back on top, where I belong. Carry on. And you know what? You can take it away as well. Your first chance to get
That's
2 in
your
a
first
row.
mistake.
Your first chance to get 2 in a row, and you butchered it.
You know what? We're not going to dwell on this. Let's move on.
Thank God.
Campbell, the first question is from Campbell Collins. Hey, Guru. I imagine this is also for you, Timmy. If you have no pressing trades, would you be happy to hold off trading for this week, or do you feel you should always make trades at this part of the season to make money? I feel like I should answer this, guys. Anyway, moving on.
No, I wouldn't want to hear your answers. I'm scared of what you'd say. Yes, you should be making trades at this time of the year. It's about getting your team right. I don't think whatever your team looks like, it can't be perfect. There must be cash to be made elsewhere. I think you have to be using trades at this part of the year. It kind of shits me when people don't. When people sit in the studio and don't make trades, it shits me to no end. I'm looking at Kat.
Yeah, they can see you looking at me.
Yeah, look aggressive. I think that it is a good chance to trade, as Guru said. Like if you have nailed, like you can't have nailed your team. There has to be some sort of imperfections in there, money to be made, whatever it is. That being said, no one near as aggressive as Guru. Like we talk about trying to boost round 3, round 4. If your team's looking great and you have no headaches, stick with it. You can probably make one trade, surely. It's a great trading week, but don't panic. You don't need to go hard out like Guru.
Fucking coward.
All right,
Next.
good job. From K8SY. Casey, I feel. Catesy, sorry. Catesy, if you missed Haas last week, must have this week.
Yeah, I think he is, Payne Haas. Just the numbers he's putting up in so many different areas. Like they're using him in a different way. He's running a bit wide. He's running at these small blokes. He's been given that license to offload, so he's offloading at will, averaging 114 for the season. Look, he could average 90 this season, potentially more. He's averaging 114. I think you've got to get him in, save yourself the headache. Root?
Yeah, 100%. He's got 3 games at Suncorp coming up. Dolphins, Tigers, Roosters. I think you just have to get him in. I think you had to get him in last week. If you didn't get him, just make up for it. Just get him in. You have to do it.
Cop the loss.
Yeah, just wear it on the chin. You made a mistake. Don't need it in my 30 seconds to just stay in your own fucking lane. But go and buy Payne Haas for sure.
Not used to the one camera. Accidentally showed myself during that. So lucky I was paying attention.
Huge uptick in numbers for that 1 second.
Okay, next question. From Simon. Hopgood worth holding?
I'm not a Hopgood owner. I know you are. But, I mean, I think in the first 2 games he scored pretty low. They were blowout games. He spent most of his time standing behind the sticks. He got in a game on the weekend that was a little bit of an arm wrestle. 67, I think it was, off the dome. Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of people that will sell Hopgood. There wasn't many people that owned him in the first place. Now people are selling him. If you're an owner, I'd be absolutely stoked with how this has played out. He's going to make that money back. He'll be okay. I wouldn't be selling him.
I sold last week.
Idiot.
To Payne Haas.
Not so much an idiot.
Depends who you're selling to and what's facilitating there, because like I said, I didn't feel like I needed to sell him, but the 2 blowouts early, got that tough game, as Rue said, about 67 points. The base is there. There'd been no attack this year. I do worry about any attack from Eels players. Granted, he's a middle forward. He's getting the minutes. After the weekend, I'd hold him unless he's your ticket to Payne Haas. I'd also move him to Tino for Malawi, to be fair.
Timmy, you got that down to 1 second.
Good at what I do.
Wow. Okay, next question from Liam Robertson. AFB is starting to lose some big coin. Is he set and forget, or do I need to sell break even of 108?
It's a great question. Like, I think set and forget. He's still scoring well enough, albeit below his price point. The issue is minutes. I think he played 49 minutes the last 2 weeks, about 52 or 53 week one. The problem is the Sharks are going to have a lot of blowout margins, and we sort of saw this coming, but when that happens, he'll play lesser minutes. But the big thing is he's not impacted by Origin. He's an elite front rower. I'd set and forget, but geez, with Haas, Tino and these boys, I get it. Root.
Yeah, I can understand it, but I mean, like, it hasn't gone incredibly well for him to start the season. He's priced at about where he's averaging at the moment. And they've got Bulldogs, Raiders, Manly to come. I don't think they're going to blow out those three sides, in my opinion. So I think he'll be okay. And if you can get to the end of that stretch and he's doing okay, all of a sudden you're 4 weeks away from Origin, where every other front rower that everyone has is, I think, is a good chance to be playing Origin. AFB won't be. So I know it's very appealing at the moment, but if you've got Adam Fennell-Blake, he's the same dude he was 3 weeks ago. I'd just be a little bit patient with him.
It's so hard not to talk and add something onto the end because I know you like scream.
Well, did you have something to say there? You can if you want.
I did.
You're not allowed.
No, you can if you want.
Thanks, mate.
Who's
It's not your turn.
I was waiting for that. I'm saying it anyway.
Add something quick.
I think it's good. The other thing with Adam Fennell-Blake is because everyone is now stacked with Haas, Terrell, Tino, probably a bludger front rower there as well, you've got a pod with upside compared to everyone else who won't let you down. So, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Just wait your fucking turn.
Okay, good job. From Jeff Howard. Can we get Matt Gidley to teach Bradman Best the Gidley flick? Poor old Maru is existing on base stats alone. It'd be nice if Best threw to him an occasional crumb.
Was there a question in there? Yes, there was. Yeah, it'd be great to get Matt Gidley to teach him the old flick. Shout out to Matt Gidley, still recovering from that ankle injury on the front lawn. Oh, no, that was Kirk Gidley, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Great scene regardless. Shout out to Mario as well whilst we're at it. Yeah. Look, Maru's still doing well. It's just he could be doing so much better. It'd be great if Bradman passed. It'd also be great if KP just started to hit that cutout ball again. We're not seeing as much of it as we used to. You're going to have those games with Maru, but I think he'll have enough upside throughout the season to make him worthwhile.
Kid's good. You nailed it well there, mate, in that the left edge is getting ball. Bradman Best, who has a really good tip on, is not using it. Ponga's not throwing the cut ball, that face ball to Maru. It's just through the hands to Bradman Best. Worked well for him on the weekend. They scored one whole try late in the game. So not ideal, but hold Greg Maru. The scores are there, but far out. Would like to see a bit more KP face ball / best tip on.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Good job, guys. All right. From Joey Hart, is Tino a must if we have Haas, Terrell and Horsburgh?
No, Tino is not a must-have. I think he's a terrific buy. He's undervalued. He's a front rower, 2RF with upside, terrific. However, as you mentioned, because of all these front rowers going nuts, you don't have to add a fourth front rower in there or another back row with some other back rows going well too. I recommend the buy, but because of these ones going nuts, there's other high upside plays in the game, so you can look elsewhere if you need to.
I think he is a buy personally. You look so far, he's averaging.
Must.
Yeah, I think he's a must. I think you need to have him. He's averaging 85 points across his first two games. The big thing for me, Timmy, is that he's only played 56 and 49 minutes in those games. 55 and 56. There's going to be more minutes to come as the season goes on. I would not want to not have him. I think you do need to have him, in my opinion.
Yep, buy him.
Sweet.
Okay, good job. All right, last question. No, we've got two more questions. This is from Isaac. Is Adam Reynolds worth the play?
Is it me or you?
Did I miss something?
I just threw him big time. Adam Reynolds is, mate, I hadn't paid no attention to this whatsoever until you pointed it out to me today. In typical Tim fashion, you were going to do it last week and you didn't. The negative break even, the good Brisbane Broncos draw, I can understand it. I know a lot of people moving Nath to him. I just don't like trading out guns and trading them in later. I want to spend my trades elsewhere. No from me, but I can 100% understand people doing it.
Did a subscriber on the podcast last week and said, guys, get on the wild card. Adam Reynolds, whatever. Flying, 98-point average, break even of 2, 612K, 3 more games to come. Dolphins, Tigers, Roosters, all at Suncorp. The time was last week to state the obvious. I'd probably avoid, but if you are one of those people selling Nathan Cleary, which I don't advise, go Adam Reynolds, then go Reynolds back to Cleary in about 2 or 3 weeks, bank that cash. Sweet.
Okay. From Heel J. If you have to sell one of Cleary or Ponga, who would it be? Selling one allows me to get Gutho and Hines.
I think Ponga. I know there's the cash element to Cleary and all that. They're both not playing this week, obviously, but Cleary comes back to games against, it's like the Cowboys and another soft game. The Breakevens high, he could hit it in those games. So I would hold Cleary. I just think there are so many great options at fullback that you can move to, Pappenhausen, Gutherson. So the sell of Ponga makes more sense than Cleary to me, despite obviously the cash impact that you get in selling Cleary.
I think Timmy actually makes a really good point here to his credit. My initial thought was I don't like trading either of them. If you're going to trade one of them, you do it for the cash front on the Cleary side. So I lean towards there, but I do... What your response makes a lot of sense to me the more I think about it, and that kills me to say, but I am going to be honest. So next question.
Shock.
Wow. I love when you get along.
I don't.
Okay. Bit of a rogue question to end. The apples were a hit, by the way, last
the apples
week.
were a hit.
Got a lot of DMs about apples. A lot of people claiming that neither of you have ever tried an apple in your lives.
Went off.
Yep. This one is...
There was no doctors getting close to us. Let that sink in for a second.
Favorite computer game as a kid?
Now, I assume we're extending this to like PlayStation.
Sure, we can say console.
Whatever, mate.
Console.
Yeah.
Don't fucking whatever, me. I was a big Crash Bandicoot kid. I absolutely frothed Crash Bandicoot.
First time I ever respected you.
Actually, Crash Bandicoot's getting its second run in a row on the Late Show.
is.
There was an Apple reference last week. Yeah, I was a big Crash Bandicoot guy. My pick of the bunch was Crash Warped, I think it was called. Cracking game. I started to introduce the tiger and the chick and all that. It was just fucking elite stuff. So Crash Bandicoot has been my vote. That was my absolute standout. What about you?
Jeez, that's a good answer from you. I didn't see that coming.
What do you think I was going to say?
Oh, just something shit. No, that was really good. A little bit niche as well. Like it's good from you. For myself, the boring answer is Mario Kart Nintendo 64. Just the greatest freaking game of all time. I love it so much. Currently don't have an N64. Need to fix that because I had it in my last share house, but just the best. And the even more boring answer than that, Roo, international cricket captain. Ugh. International cricket captain is like Football Manager, which I also enjoyed, where you just sat there and you didn't actually play cricket, you just managed the team. And you told like batsmen how aggressive to bat or how defensive. You told bowlers what to do and what areas to bowl. You set your fields. And mate, as a little sporting nerd, I just used to sit there for hours on end simulating cricket as the coach.
That is so fucking lame.
I know.
That is wild.
It's pretty on brand though.
It's very on brand.
What about you? What did you used to get stuck into?
I had an older brother, so I pretty much just did anything he played. So was really into The Sims, loved it, made my way through like 2, 3, 4, whatever. Got to the point where my parents were like limiting my time because I was spending more time.
They still do.
On. I was more interested in creating someone else's life than working on my own. Also, bit of a shock. I loved Halo.
Really?
Yeah.
I never got into Halo.
Halo, bit of COD. This was when I had a lot of time. It was high school days. So, and I just would spend a bit of time playing those, poning noobs and all that kind of stuff. So,
A couple of years ago, and I think it's probably the greatest moment I've experienced with my wife. It was the most eyes up thing I've ever seen. We were going to a party with her family, and about 20 minutes before we left, we actually realised it was a dress-up party and we had no idea. My wife went into the spare bedroom, got out a heap of those like old wire coat hangers, shaped them all to our heads and turned the thing up and put like a diamond on our heads. We went to the party as the Sims. It was fucking genius.
Goodness.
God, it was good eyes up.
That's unreal. I thought you were going to say she went into the bedroom, got white sheets when we went as ghosts.
That would have been mad too. But I thought, I was watching it play out and I was like, what? And I wasn't a big Sims guy as a kid. And watching it play out going, what the fuck is she doing? And then I was just, it was amazing. And people loved it at the party.
Yeah, we put white sheets on, cut holes and went as Pac-Man ghosts.
Not back that.
But no, that's great from Becco.
I thought that was going somewhere else. Okay.
honestly, so did I.
Great show. Unreal. Let's bury that. We're good?
We're all good.
We're good. We'll see you next week. Thanks for joining in once again. Bye.